Good morning to all of you. Students, as we are going through the chapter part 2 modernization, we have discussed about the two countries, Japan and China. Today, let's find out the another process of this modernization, that how the CCP has been developed in China. Okay, so rise of Communist Party in China, that what we have seen during this time period, with the invasion of Japan over the China, restructure the Chinese system, and it led to the some type of problem in the China. And these problems were generally related with the ecology as well as the socio-economic problems. So, what are these ecological factors? Let's find out. Ecological factors for those that are related with the environment, like the soil exhaustion, deforestation, and the floods. When we talk about the socio-economic factors, so these socio-economic factors include the exploitative land tenure system, indebtedness, primitive technology, poor communication. These all are related with the rural areas, and this is the Communist Party of China under the leadership of Mao Zedong led the voice of these people and became very popular throughout the China. Now, in this way, the CCP had been founded in year 1921. And if you look carefully, you will find that this party has been formed just after the Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution that took place in year 1917, and the success of the communists in the Russia make the other countries also to follow the Communist Party system. And most of the leaders were inspired with the Lenin and the Trotsky. And except than this, Lenin and Trotsky जो थे उन्होंने एक इंटरनेशनल थर्ड इंटरनेशनल कॉन्सेप्ट लाए. इस थर्ड इंटरनेशनल कॉन्सेप्ट का जो मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव था वो ये था कि किस तरीके से कम्युनिस्ट को या कम्युनिस्ट आइडियोलॉजी को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्रमोट किया जा सके. इट वाज आल्सो नोन एज द कॉमिंटर. And this third international system was established in year 1918. Now, let's talk about the main ruler of this Communist Party, Mao Zedong. 1893 to 1976, जो life span है इनका. He was emerged as a major CCP leader and took a different path by basing his revolutionary program on the peasantry. But we have seen that this time, most of the leaders generally at the top level, they talk about the people, but they do not focus what are the major problems. But Mao Zedong was the first important leader who conduct surveys related to the problems of the peasantry, women, workers, all these, and then after try to find out their solutions. And what it shows that he was committed towards his people. Or in this way, Mao Zedong as well as the Communist Party became very popular among the people. Now, for the betterment of these all, Mao Zedong also camped from 1928 to 1934. And these camps were generally in the mountainous region. Mao, unlike other leaders, stressed the need for an independent government and army. He supported the rural women's associations, promulgated a new marriage law that forbade arranged marriages, stopped sale of marriage contracts and simplified divorce. तो here क्या देखते हैं हम लोग, यही देखते हैं कि जो माओ जेडोंग था, he was also conscious about the women and for the betterment of women he done these all things like forbade arranged marriages. ठीक है, new marriage act has been introduced, stop sale of marriages and simplified divorce. Now ग्यूमिनडोंग जो कि उनके पैरेलल पार्टी थी, ग्यूमिनडोंग जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा जब देखा कि सीसीपी का पॉपुलैरिटी हो रहा है तो दे ब्लॉकेड ऑफ द कम्युनिस्ट. और कम्युनिस्ट को ब्लॉक करने का, कम्युनिस्ट को रोकने का जो उनका ऑब्जेक्टिव रहा, बस वो यही रहा कि किसी तरीके से कम्युनिस्ट की पॉपुलैरिटी को रोका जा सके और जो है ग्यूमिनडोंग का इम्पोर्टेंस को बढ़ाया जा सके. और फॉर दैट, to prevent the Communist Party, they started the Long March. It is also an important event in the history. 1934 to 35, लगभग 6000 किलोमीटर का जो ये लॉन्ग मार्च था, and it was related with the guerrilla warfare technique as well as द वे वॉज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, और ये जो वे खत्म होता था वो संक्षेप पे खत्म होता था, ताकि वो जो ग्विमिंडोंग से प्रभावित या उससे कंट्रोल में रहने वाले क्षेत्र है उनसे दूर जाके अपना जो पार्टी का पॉपुलैरिटी वो बढ़ा सके। बट वी सी दैट देयर बेस वॉज इन येनन एंड दे एंड द वार्लॉर्डिज्म। वार्लॉर्डिज्म एक टर्म है जिसको समझना जरूरी है कि वार्लॉर्डिज्म इस चीज़ को इंडिकेट करता है कि किस तरीके से जो रीजनल लीडर्स थे, तो स्पेशली किसी भी पार्टी को या किसी भी आइडियोलॉजी को सपोर्ट करके अपना एक वर्चस्व बनाए हुए थे, उस सिस्टम को इसने ख़त्म किया। एंड आल्सो बाय एंडिंग दिस दे आल्सो बिकेम पॉपुलर, पॉपुलर इन द सेंस दैट कि अब उनके लिए जो है उस एरिया को, उस रीजन को कंट्रोल करना ईजी हो गया। दे आल्सो कैरिड out the land reforms and fight for an imperialism. Now, what we see that what the work has been done by the CCP, either we talk about the peasants, workers, women's, end of warlordism, land reforms, ठीक है, imperialism के अगेंस्ट खड़े होना, इन सभी चीज़ों ने एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन सोशल बेस तैयार कर दिया, और ये जो सोशल बेस था इसने इसकी पॉपुलैरिटी को बढ़ा दिया। यहाँ तक कि इन डिफिकल्ट ईयर्स इट हैज़ बीन सीन दैट CCP agreed to work with the Guomindang, but after the end of the war, the communists established themselves in power and the Guomindang was defeated. Now, here is an assignment for you students. There are two questions which you have to do. You have to write about the Mao Zedong, and the second is, what do you know about the Long March? That's all. Thank you and have a nice day.